here we are. Ashe and hello. Peace to the fam. BIPOCs, you listen out there, all the Black Indigenous people of color. Welcome back to the Black History Month series, brought to you by the Black Rose Nation. Now be sure to stay tuned throughout to receive the Mystery School reveals February 29th. But first, pay attention, take notes, get your lessons, and receive your degrees. Today's degree, or today's lesson, being February 8th, 8 being build or destroy. Now, build means you add on to life. Life that's already existing, we build on to that. Build is a positive creation, or build is a positive education. Now, to destroy means to know that which is untrue. Look out here and see something which is untrue, and then to add light to that knowledge. You see which is untrue, add light to that knowledge. Destroy that untruth. The Black History Month point today to speak of build or destroy, Sister Harriet Tubman. What a woman. What a woman. Strong, powerful, guns, running, outside, hiding, bold. Like Nat Turner, she had visions and premonitions from God, which she was not afraid to speak about. Listen, many of our leaders have these stories. Many of us have these stories. Now, she carried a revolver, and she was not afraid to use it. Like one time in Combahee Ferry, there was a raid. She led, more than 700 slaves were freed. 700. I know you didn't hear that correctly. 700. One raid. She was also not afraid to use her gun. And she told any escaped slave, if you want to turn back and go back, she would shoot you. Because of the threat that would cause to the collective as a whole. Miss Harriet Tubman. Now, slavery gave gifts to America. We can read about these like my man, J.A. Rogers. If you don't know J.A. Rogers, you better get to know J.A. Rogers. Africa's gift to America. Give you a lot of that backstory. As they're running, freeing themselves, we got the narratives of the fugitive slaves. Their own words. Many of those words when they would come to Canada and work in the hemp fields, way before Justin made it legal. See what we had to say about ourselves, about our condition, about our entrepreneur spirit, about our business making, about taking that control. Find that book. You need the power and the strength to do that. So you need this man. The strength to get through and learning about these things, hearing these things, hearing what you didn't know about our strong women, our freedom fighters, our mothers and sisters. Speeches from Malcolm X. Pay attention to the words. In saying that, today's poem is coming to you, one of the great OGs in my life. Place where I would go to sit down, to listen, to share, just to look around someone's house and just to see us on the walls, celebrated. Self-published, Ghetto Poet Laureate of St. John, published. My strong brother, ancestor who has passed, beautiful funeral. Thank you to all. Now for my brother, Richard Palmer, the wordsmith, who I've used many times in many speeches in many places. Today for you. Mirror of slavery. Frederick Douglass rose up from slavery. His speech at the White House, he talked about statue of indignity, Afro-American legacy, the land of the free. Put ball and chains on me, democracy, a mockery. State of liberty and hypocrisy. Bigotry separated me, stole my liberty. Nat Turner shoots shouts death or liberate me. North promised me the North Star, the promised land. Canada, 1833. Underground railroad to the land of the free. Harriet Tubman released, oh, so many of us from our misery. The Confederacy, General Lee, white supposed supremacy, W.E.B. Du Bois or Booker T, apartheid Tuskegee, separate but equal, he preached to me. Harriet beat Stowe's anti-slavery. Sojourner Truth, gift of prophecy, John Brown's body, Harper's Ferry. Freedom reigns on New Year's Day, 1863. Shouts of jubilee, shouts of jubilee. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Lincoln, liberated. Lincoln, liberty. Father of freedom, Abe Lincoln. Emancipation Proclamation, Declaration of Independence. I will set you free. Then they started lynching me. Black Wall Street, June 1st, 1921. Black Holocaust, not mentioned in history. Deliberately. Rosewood, 1923. Forbidden Fruit, the Scarborough Boys, 1933. Bad Blood, ill-fated Tuskegee, the Invisible Man. I can see you, but you can't see me. Burning Cross, Rope and Tree, Whistling Dixie at the Forbidden Tree. Mammy Mobile's son, Emmett Till, died defenselessly, senselessly, ghost of Confederacy. KKK came down heavily. Strange fruit found in Mississippi, Delta, in Dixie, and Mason County, and crisis of conscience like Harper Lee. The souls of black folks needed to be set free. Marcus Garvey said, motherland, fatherland is where we should be. Like Cinque, life and liberty. Or the land of nothing but slavery and uncivilized bigotry. Repeating their forefathers' history, 360. SLC, CNBC, NAACP, the CORE, the National Urban League, fights for equality. Paul Robeson, here stands me. John Howard Griffin, black like me. Richard Wright, black boy. Treat a man like a boy, Leroy Jones. Native son, Bigger T. Canada Lee, montage of a dream deferred. Langston Hughes, warning. Dinner guests, me and Third Degree. Rosa Parks, bus boycott in Montgomery. There's a time to sit, there's a time to stand. Mother of civil liberties. Freedom rides, sit-ins, 1963. Symbol of a people in chains, public brutality. Police brutality. Medgar Evers, victims of conspiracy. Carol Dennis McNair. Kayla Robertson. Addie Mae Collins. Cynthia Diane Wesley. 4 black girls died in a church bombing. Tragically and senselessly. September 63. Remember, I have a dream. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s walk on Washington, D.C. to protest inequality. Civil rights, John Kennedy, Robert Kennedy promised me, they promised me, when the unjust cannot see, Malcolm X said, or deal with me by any means necessary. Words won't stop your enemy, Black Panther militancy. Locally, Joseph Drummond, Frederick Hodges, Lena O'Ree, believed it's an extremely long, hard road towards equality. Everything changes with time. The fire next time. Survival of Afro-Americans' identity. Landon B. or Stokely Carmichael. The power of one. Black Power, SNCC. Muhammad Ali, lighter of the flame, said, no war in Vietnam for me. Adam Clayton Powell, Andrew Young, Thurgood Marshall did it politically. Biko in solidarity. United States of Africa, the land of the free, land of our dreams, black consciousness and unity, United Black Women's Auxiliary, who lived through all of this with me. Roots, Alex Haley reminds us of our ancestry. Bob Marley sang to me. He thinks all I know is what he teaches me. 1983, Jesse Jackson's run for presidency. February 11, 1990, Son of Africa. Nelson Mandela, set free. ANC. Father of a nation would die for freedom if need be. Subway shooting spree, NY vigilante. Rodney King versus the LAPD. Million Man March for Humanity. Spike Lee, rewriting black history. Maya Angelou, pride and dignity. And the truth will say, the truth will stay. The truth no matter what, and the truth will set you free. Earth Mother, Black Woman's March, extending our boundaries, extending her hand selflessly. Indefinitely, Colin Powell, we have seen. I'm a man. I am a man. I'm a man. And I can see a change in history. A love of justice, love of brotherhood, of mankind, of equality. This 21st century, a love of liberty. In this ever-changing society, yes, but guess who's coming to dinner? This time at the White House. No, not Sammy Davis Jr. or Sidney Poitier or Frederick Douglass or Oprah Winfrey. The shining star, Barack H. Obama, to erase this fiction of hypocrisy and the rest of the earth for humanities. See how far we have come, seeing a black destiny in the mirror of slavery. 110 years unfolded right in front of me, delivering us to the promised land, wherever the promised land may be. History, confronting the past, transforming the future. His story. We survived it all. We are survivors in this race-obsessed society, a dark shadow of humanity. Trayvon Martin, February 26, 2012, defenselessly, senselessly, still repeating this history, 360 degrees. See how far we have come? Comment your add-ons, comment your takeaways. Reach out to the living ancestors, to the OGs, to your peers. If you like what you've seen and heard here, subscribe. If you got benefit, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Come out of the woods, come out of your house and subscribe. Yeah, absolutely. Enjoy. Happy sunshine. Happy sunshine. Very good, my friend. Doing it big. The Black Rose Nation. Dr. Carver, the Medicine Man. Baba Luai Anu Shabazz. Indo Joel Macpherson. Remember, kindness. You don't have to love everybody. You can hate, but be kind to everything.